Welcome to American Dream TV. I am your host, Janee Greenwood, changing lives one mortgage at a time. We are at the base of the Utah Wasatch Mountains in Draper, Utah, where innovation is on the rise. I'm so excited to be in this beautiful neighborhood in Draper. It's the Bellevue neighborhood where families come to raise their children, entrepreneurs come to build their futures. Let's go check it out. I'd like to introduce to you the founder of Taking Care and Care product, Janee Reeder. Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Tell me a little bit what prompted you to start Kare colostrum.
Absolutely. About 14 years ago, our first child was diagnosed with NEC, which is necrotizing enterocolitis. Okay. And what that does is it's inflammation of the intestines, which can be extremely deadly to infants and newborns.
That's scary.
And it was very scary. So he was diagnosed about maybe 10 to 12 hours after birth.
Okay.
And my wife had a C-section. So they took our child up to Primary Children's Hospital. So during that time, she was not able to breastfeed, of course, because she was in a bed, couldn't leave for at least 3 days due to the C-section, right?
Yeah.
So the doctors made it very, very clear and they were very clear with us that she needed to pump as much colostrum as she possibly could. So she would pump as much as she could. She would get it to me. I would take it up to primaries and give it to him. And the reason that was so important is because colostrum in newborns lines the intestines in the gut, which is so good for the baby. And it's good for their immunity, helps protect them from diseases. That's what spurred us to start this company.
And he's healthy?
He's healthy, yeah. About 10 years later, I start seeing colostrum in the market and seeing that it's now available for human consumption.
Okay.
So I started doing research. With my background in the supplement space, I had access to manufacturers and vendors of colostrum, and I thought there could be a much better product on the market.
Sure.
So I ended up finding farmers and manufacturers out of New Zealand. And the reason we chose New Zealand is because they have much stricter guidelines with their dairy cows and their farms out there.
Okay.
Right? A grass-fed cow in New Zealand is just a cow. There's not a distinction, right? Grass-fed, pasture-raised, happy, healthy cows produce a much better product.
So we know it's very important and healthy for infants.
Yes.
But what about you and I?
Same thing. The colostrum still today helps with immunity. It has IgG, which is immunoglobulins, which is extremely important for your overall immunity.
Okay.
It also has growth factors in it, which can contribute to better recovery as you're working out, hair, skin, nails. It is extremely good for your gut. I've been lucky enough to have been taking it for about 4 years, and I have not been sick once.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. We know that you get the colostrum from New Zealand.
Yep.
It ships to Draper, Utah, or where does it go from there?
So it goes to our manufacturer, and then they put it in this cool jar for us and seal it up and make sure that all the testing is done to make sure that there's no heavy metals or anything weird in there before we ship it out. And then I get it, and then we actually ship it right from our house.
Oh, so do you have a little shipping department downstairs?
We have our own shipping department, yep.
And have you hired your children for this as well?
Absolutely.
Tell me where you can find this.
You can
lovely
find it
product
on our website, and then you can also find us on Instagram. We try to post a lot of stuff on there about the benefits of the product and maybe some different ways to take it, but also we try to throw a few fun things in there just to keep it interesting for everybody.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go check out your shipping department.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much for joining us today on American Dream TV. I wanted to thank Janee Reeder for sharing his product with us today.
Absolutely.
I'm your host, Janee Greenwood, changing lives one mortgage at a time.